Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today adventure take us to the earth of this enchanting forest. I'm going to show you how to film a cinematic video on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. This is the latest and greatest iPhone model, and it has some incredible features that make it a powerful tool for filmmaker. But before we get into our adventure, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of my future videos. And if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Alright, let's get started. The first thing we need to do is to set up our camera. For this we need a few accessories such as an SSD, a tripod, and a USB cable. We need an SSD because the iPhone 15 Pro Max can shoot in Apple log, which is a format that gives you the best quality possible, but also generate huge file size. So to avoid running out of space on your iPhone, you can connect an external SSD using a USB cable and save your file directly to the SSD. For me, I have a special connector to connect my SSD. I just have to plug it on it, and that's it. This is what it looks. Very easy to set up. Remember that Apple log is only available on the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max model. You can't use ProRes with cinematic mode, slow-mo, or time-lapse video. Shooting in log significantly improves the quality of your video by reducing the over-sharpening, unpredictable tone mapping, noise reduction, and provide a more cinematic true-to-life look. It also makes your footage resemble to that professional camera, which is a huge step from previous iPhone model. In order to shoot in Apple log, just turn it on in your iPhone setting. So to do that, go to Setting, then Camera, then head over to Format and scroll down. Enable Apple ProRes, and in the ProRes encoding, select the log format. After that, you go back again, and now select Record Video. Scroll down and select HDR video, enable it. If you don't enable the HDR video, you end up recording 8-bit log instead of 10-bit log. This means the footage will have less color into and give you a full result when color grading in the edit. Oh, and one thing you should also do is to enable lock white balance. This way your video will have consistent color tone throughout your recording. Today we will use the default camera app. Now open the regular camera app, turn on ProRes log. Use me a small text say ProRes log. This means that your camera is ready to shoot in log. When using the default camera app on the iPhone, it tends to overexpose the footage. To preserve the highlight better, it's a good idea to bring the overall exposure down to -1. And to do that, I'm going to select the arrow and the plus-minus sign and set it to -1. Now that you have your camera setting ready, you can start shooting your video. Here are some tips to help you get the best result. Most of the time, we will use a tripod to help to keep the camera steady and avoid shaky footage. Before you hit that record button, remember to lock focus and exposure wherever possible to avoid any expected change during your recording. To lock your focus and exposure, simply tap and hold on the screen until REIF lock appear. This means your auto exposure and auto focus are now locked. Unfortunately, you can separate focus from exposure in the standard app, but you can do that in the Blackmagic Camera app. So if you need more control, the Blackmagic Camera app is a great option. So let's get now into the filming process. I'm going to film myself as I hike and walk to the forest. I discovered this chapel, and then in the end, I walk into the chapel, take a few shots, and when I leave, the video stops. This is our storyline for today. Our first shot, I have set the camera at 4K 24 frames per second, so in normal speed, because I don't plan on slowing down this clip. I really like this framing because you can see we have some foreground, and it also guides our eyes on this path right here. Now I will lock the exposure and focus on this log so that no change occurs as I film. Let's start with the recording and go. Remember to check your shot before you move on. Otherwise, you will have to set it up again or come back to the location just because you forgot to press the record, for example. So for the shot again, I will film myself and use a tripod to position the camera. And this time I will set and lock the focus on this tree, which is also going to create an interesting video. As I walk along this path, I will capture myself from behind, and I have to make sure I walk to the same speed as previous shot, otherwise it will not match. I will check again the result to see if everything is okay. For this one, I will set up the focus on my feet, and I will walk at the same speed as the other one because it won't match. Again, I will check the result of the video if I like it. Now I will do some detailed shot. I set the camera at 1x, 60 frames per second, and I lock it. Now I will do some environment shot. I will set my camera to 60 frames per second. The lens will be 0.5x, and I will lock the focus on the statue. I will show this video from left to right. For this shot, I will walk slowly in the direction of the subject. We are still at 60 frames per second with the 0.5x camera. I will try to be as stable as possible. For this shot, I'm going to lock the focus and exposure at the bottom of the trees, and I'm going to move the camera slowly from left to right. Now I'm going to walk slowly toward the trees to give another dimension to the video. Now we are approaching the chapel. The camera is still at 60 frames per second, but we are going to use the 1x camera this time. I'm going to walk slowly toward the chapel. Now I'm going to take some shots of the exterior using different lenses of the iPhone. I wanted to make this video with this beautiful light, but look to my left, you can see my shadow. It's not very professional, so I'm going to change position for this sequence. Just before entering the chapel, here is a little shot of me going up the stair. Here are some video sequences from inside the chapel. You can see that the iPhone handles fairly high contrast between low and high light quite well. Alright, so now back at home. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned for more videos.